2026 marketing planning. If you're not already doing it, you should be. And the number one thing you should be talking about right now is getting found on the chatbots, the LLMs, right? The AI engines like ChatGPT, like Gemini, like Claude, Perplexity, Grok, etc. Right? Getting your business, your brand, your products, your services mentioned in there. But how do you do it? This is like the question. If you're not asking it, you should be asking it. And if you have been asking it, maybe you're not clear about it. A lot of people are very confused. Oh, by the way, go birds. Okay, so how do we do this? I'm not going to cover this massive topic in one video, but I'm going to give you the most important thing, other than you need to be dealing with it and you need to be planning for it. You need to have a strategy. This is a huge opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in SEO in 20 years, in my opinion. I've been doing it since 2005. This is huge. But you have to be able to have an answer, and you need to ride the wave and not get crashed underneath of it, because you've been waiting for this, whether you know it or not. You've been waiting for this opportunity, because SEO has gotten very stagnant and stale, and honestly, it's been eroded by the fact that Google has put in their own AI summaries and then all the ads. And like, even if you were ranking well, you are ranking well in Google Organic, you've gotten pushed down the page and you have seen a traffic reduction from Google Organic regardless. I mean, I can say that definitively. We've all seen this, even when you're winning at SEO. And so this is really an opportunity for right now to be able to get found in a wider net where people are starting to shift. The pattern is clear. People are going, the trend is clear. People are going from Google search to these chatbots, and that is not going to let up. It's only going to increase. So we're going to see this, where it's going to be, as SEO is declining, or Google search is declining, we're going to see the rise. We're already seeing this rise, and it's going to get to the point where, rather than being like, oh, that's an interesting little chunk that it's taking, it's going to take over and it's going to be the majority. And that's going to happen imminently here, right? I mean, I think within the next couple months, Q1 2026 maybe, but whatever it is, it's coming no matter what, and nothing's stopping it. And that's why Google's AI strategy is so important to them, because they know they're about to see this sea change, and they need to be ahead of it, and they need to be able to soft land this and transition. So for you, how you need to soft land and transition this is multiple ways, but I'm telling you right here, the number one thing you need to do: get your website set up to be a definitive source of answers for the questions that people are asking, because that's what we do. We go on to, just like Google, we go onto these chatbots to get answers to questions. And in your industry, for whatever you do, products, services, whatever it is, there is an opportunity for your website to be a definitive place to answer these questions. And in doing so, you set yourself up to be referenced by the AI chatbots. Okay, the better tuned your website's content is to answering the same questions that are being asked on these chatbots, right? Not just your website, but let's say the network of websites you hopefully own, right? Because you can have more than one. I mean, you can have other people's websites and websites you own. You can have accounts and, you know, blogs or whatever sitting on these other sites, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. But hopefully you have a network of publishing destinations that you can syndicate your content to, and then the type of content you would syndicate across this blog network that you control, for back of a better term, that content can be answering these questions. And as you do that, you set yourself up for better success and being referenced more by the chatbots. Now, that's not the only thing, right? There's other things, like, for example, and I'll talk about this in other videos, but you know, the fact that you're being mentioned, just like in Google search, like that looking popular, meaning like there's other definitive popular websites on Google that Google thinks are popular, are linking to you. Those are links. And then citations and being mentioned, that's always going to be important. That's also going to be important with the chatbots, but that's outside the bounds of the scope of this particular video, but that's also going to be important, because it makes sense, right? If you're not getting mentioned along with the other top solutions in any industry, you know, whether it's a roofing company or it's a SaaS platform or whatever, if nobody's talking about you, that's never going to be good for you. And that's never going to be good for you in terms of getting found and getting referenced and cited. But again, that's nothing new, but that's a separate problem. But what you can do, and what you should do right now, is plan a content strategy around what types of questions people are asking on the chatbots, and make sure that your websites where you publish content and your content strategy is satisfying that. And the better you do that, the better you're positioning yourself in 2026 and beyond. But whatever you do, please do not ignore AEO, GEO, because it's like a huge opportunity. I have seen personally with my own business and clients having been able to change the way it answers the questions. So that's exciting to me, because even in just like small tests over short periods of time, we've been able to get a client all of a sudden referenced as like the number 2 business where they were off the radar screen completely from ChatGPT and other answer engines. And so now we're seeing that change. And so that's exciting for us. And we're just getting started. So get started this year.